I am Navya, the moderator for this conference. Welcome to the conference call of Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited, arranged by Concept Investor Relations to discuss its Q4 and FY25 results ended March 31st, 2025. We have with us today Commodore P.R. Hari, Indian Navy retired, Chairman and Managing Director, Shri R.K. Dash, Director Finance and CFO, and Shri Sandeep Mahapatra, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer. Please note, this conference will be recorded. I would now like to hand over the floor to Commodore P.R. Hari, Chairman and Managing Director. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Navya. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to each one of you. I am P.R. Hari, Chairman and Managing Director of the company. And with me here, Shri Ramesh Kumar Das, Director of Finance and CFO, Mrs. Aparajita Ghosh, General Manager of Finance, and Shri Sandeep Mahapatra, the Company Secretary and Compliance Officer. At the outset, my warm regards to each one of you who have taken time out of your busy schedule to attend this call. I look forward to this analyst and investors meet, and it is always a pleasure to interact with you, and that gives me an opportunity to provide the highlights of our performance and also address your queries. Touching upon the financial performance, yet another very strong set of numbers, and here I have to state my stock dialogue. The performance during the quarter ending and financial year ending 31st March 2025 has been the best ever in the history of the company. If you're comparing quarter to quarter, our revenue from operations have moved up from 1,015 crores to 1,642 crores, registering a growth of 62%. EBITDA has moved up from 166 crores to 335 crores, registering a growth of 101%. And the profit after tax has moved up from 114 crores to 244 crores, registering a 118% growth. And so has the operating profit moved up from 77 crores to 209 crores. If you're comparing financial year to financial year, our revenue from operations have moved up to 5,075 crores. We have broken the 5,000 crore barrier, registering a growth of 41%. And the profit after tax has moved up by 46% from 360 crores to 527 crores. And the operating profit has moved up from 181.30 crores to 368 crores, registering 103% growth. This has been backed by a very strong physical performance, supported by efficient and effective treasury management system. Our order book as on 31st March 2024 was rupees 22,652 crores, and despite strong revenue accrual to the tune of nearly 5,000 crores, we have managed to maintain the order book at rupees 22,680 crores as on 31st March 2025. This comprises of 9 projects consisting of 40 platforms, including 16 warships for the Indian Navy from 4 projects, 3 P-17 Alpha frigates, 7 anti-submarine shallow water crafts, 2 surveillance large, and 4 next-generation offshore patrol vessels. In addition, we are also executing a 8-ship multi-purpose vessel project for a German client, plus 1 acoustic research vessel for one of the DRDO organizations, the NPOL Kochi, an ocean research vessel for the Ministry of Earth Sciences, one of their units, the NCPOR Goa, and 13 hybrid ferries for the government of West Bengal. During the period, period, in the period, intervening the last financial year and now, we have witnessed a very strong performance. The order book as on 31st March 2024 was rupees 22,652 crores. We have broken the 5,000 crore barrier, registering a growth of 41%. And the profit after tax has moved up from 360 crores to 527 crores, registering a 103% growth. we have delivered one survey vessel large. That is the second in a series of 4 ships that we are building for the Navy. And also happy to inform you that we have delivered the first anti-submarine shallow water craft to the Navy very recently, as early as the second week of this month. This particular event is very prestigious and a matter of pride for Team GRSC, because this is the first ship in a series of 16 ships being built for the Navy by 2 shipyards, another PSU shipyard, and we are happy that we have been able to deliver the first of these 16 ships. In addition, we delivered an unmanned surface vessel to a DRDO organization, the NSTL Visakhapatnam, and also completed the petrol boat project for the government of Bangladesh. I'll now give you a glimpse of the progress of the ongoing project. As I have mentioned, we are constructing 3 P-17 Alpha ships, and happy to inform you that the first ship is well on track for delivery, and we have completed the final machinery trials. When I say final machinery trials, these are the trials conducted with the presence of customer representatives, that is the Navy representatives at sea. And we are now getting the ship ready for delivery, and the ship has already completed nearly 95% of physical progress of construction. We intend delivering this ship 2 months from now, ahead of the contractual delivery period. The second ship is moving along smoothly. The ship has attained 73% physical construction, and this ship we intend delivering early next year. And the third ship has attained 54% of physical progress, and this ship is planned for delivery during August 2026. Coming to the survey vessel large project, I had mentioned that 2 of these ships have been delivered, with the last ship being delivered last year. The third and fourth ships are well on track for delivery. The third ship has attained 88% physical progress. The ship has already completed her contractor fleet trials, and now she is being prepared for final machinery trials and delivery. We intend delivering this ship by July this year. The last ship of the project, the survey vessel large 4, has attained 77% physical progress, and by end of this year, this calendar year, we'll be delivering this vessel. Coming to the anti-submarine shallow water craft project, I had mentioned that the first ship has already been delivered. The second ship has completed the final machinery trials, and this ship is planned to be delivered during July this year. The third ship has attained 82% progress, the fourth 68%, and so on. And as per our current estimate, all the ships of this project will be delivered during calendar year 2026, with 4 of these vessels, that is 3 more vessels, planned to be delivered during 2025-26. Coming to the next generation offshore petrol vessel project, the first 2 ships have crossed 50% of physical progress, and the last 2 ships of the project have also moved along fast, and they have attained 43% physical progress. What I would like to state with respect to the next generation offshore petrol vessel project is that the keel of all the 4 ships have already been laid, and we intend launching 2 of these vessels during the current financial year. In addition, the other non-defense platforms, the ocean research vessel, the production has already commenced, and the keel of the vessel has already been laid in March 2025, and the delivery of this ship is planned during October 2027. As far as the acoustic research ship for the DRDO, the design and pre-production activities are in progress, and the project is well on track. We are also executing one project for the government of Bangladesh, a dredger project. The design and pre-production activities are in progress, and the same is the case with the hybrid ferries, the 13 hybrid ferries. The keel of all the 13 ferries is planned to be launched during this month, end of this month. This has provided you a brief on the status of the ongoing projects. Now coming to the projects on the anvil. I had mentioned during an earlier interaction that we were declared L1 for 2 vessels for the Geological Survey of India Coastal Research vessel. We already received the letter of intent, and the contract for this vessel is expected to be signed during June this year. We also expect the formal bid declaration of the next generation Corvette project in a couple of days. In addition, the Navy has already come out with an RFP for 5 next generation survey vessels large, and GRSC will definitely be bidding for this project, and having the experience of building the survey vessels large and earlier platforms of similar kind. In our appreciation, we stand a good chance of providing an aggressive bid for this project. Another bid that is live is a bid for 18 next generation fast patrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard. GRSC will be bidding for this project. This is an interesting project. This is not a conventional fast patrol vessel. This is an advanced vessel with helicopter staging facility. So GRSC would be interested in taking part for this project. These are the 2 live RFPs which are there as of now. In addition to that, in addition to these 2, we expect RFPs for 6 next generation ocean-going patrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard, 2 multi-purpose vessels for the Indian Navy, 120 fast interceptor crafts for the Indian Coast Guard, and 31 follow-on water jet FACs for the Indian Navy to come out in the near future. These are all small to medium-sized projects. What we are eagerly looking forward, as I had repeatedly mentioned regarding the next generation Corvette project over the last 2 years, another project that we are expecting the RFP to come out is for the P-17 Bravo follow-on piece of the P-17 class of ships. As you are aware, we are building 3 of these vessels now. And with this experience, again, we are confident of providing a good bid, a competitive bid for this project. In our appreciation, the RFP is likely to come out during the calendar year. In addition, Navy is also, they already obtained the ON of the Defense Acquisition Council for 12 mine countermeasure vessels. And in addition, the other 2 large projects, at this moment, there is no clarity as to when the RFP will come out, but as per Navy's prospective plan, the LPD project and the next generation destroyer project are also definitely on the anvil. To give you, this has provided you, what I have tried to provide you is a glimpse of our financial performance and how this financial performance has been derived through our physical performance, the status of the ongoing projects, and the orders on the anvil. As far as the yard capacity is concerned, we were having a shipbuilding capacity to construct 20 ships concurrently. But during 2024, we have enhanced this capacity from 20 to 24 through rejuvenation of our existing facilities. And we feel this capacity itself is inadequate to meet the ongoing and the future requirements. So we have put in capital to revive some of the defunct facilities earlier held with us, and also through certain long-term lease of dry docks from the one of the other agencies in Kolkata. So we intend increasing the shipbuilding capacity from 24 to 28 ships by 2025 year end. In addition, we are also looking for opportunities outside Kolkata with respect to creation of shipbuilding facilities. This is in line with the growing demand for defense and non-defense platforms, and we feel there is adequate opportunity, and to meet this opportunity and the potential that is available in the defense as well as non-defense market, we will be looking for facilities outside Kolkata and perhaps look for creation of a greenfield facility. I would also like to state that to mitigate the existing limitations with respect to capacity and also to meet the leads that we are getting towards construction of commercial ships, we also got into memorandum of understanding with capable shipbuilders both on the east and west coast. This in a nutshell gives you what we are looking for in the near future, and one of our core focus areas would be for capacity enhancement, to technology adaptation to improve production efficiency, 3, development of autonomous platforms where we see opportunities both in the Navy and the Coast Guard, and 4, towards development of green energy products. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This brings me to the end of my comments, and now I would like to leave the floor open for questions, and we shall try and answer these questions to the best of our abilities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Vaibhav Dalal from Niveshaay. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Mr. Dalal. Please.
Yeah. So, congratulations, sir, on a good set of numbers. So, my question is very generic. I just want to ask you on the opportunity of shipbuilding here in India. So, currently, how many naval ships do we have in the Indian Coast Guard and the Indian Navy, and how much is the Ministry of Defense planning to add to the respective fleets? And my second part of the question will be, like, out of the new ships which the MOD is planning to add, the tendering has been done for like how many of these ships? If you have any idea, that would be great.
Thank you, Mr. Dalal. I'd like to answer this question in 2 parts. One, as far as the current fleet strength of Navy and Coast Guard are concerned, Navy has got around 150 odd platforms, and Coast Guard about all put together. When I say platforms, they include small vessels like fast interceptor crafts to larger platforms, so nearly 100 platforms. Right now, currently 61 platforms are being built for both the forces put together, and of these 61, 60 are being built by Indian shipyards. Now, coming to their capacity augmentation plans, both the forces have got their perspective plan, and as per what is available in the open domain, both these forces, Navy and the Coast Guard, want to expand their numbers. Navy perhaps to a figure of plus 200, and Coast Guard perhaps to a figure of around 150. Why I'm adding the term perhaps is because I do not have absolute clarity on the exact numbers that they are looking at. Now, coming to the RFPs which are live, as I had mentioned during my initial statement, in addition to the next generation Corvette project, where the bids have already been opened and the formal the results are awaited. We expect it to come in a couple of days from now. There are 2 bids from the services which are active now. One is an 18 fast patrol vessel, next generation fast patrol vessel for the Indian Coast Guard, and 5-ship next generation survey vessel project for the Indian Navy. In addition to that, again, as I had mentioned, multiple projects are on the anvil where in few cases they have already obtained the DAC approval. For example, the 12 mine countermeasure vessel project for the Indian Navy, the P-17 Bravo project is the 7-ship project for the Indian Navy, 2 multi-purpose vessels for the Indian Navy, 6 next-generation offshore petrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard, and so on. So, I'm trying to convey is that what is available right now, the order book of the Indian shipyards, and what is likely to come up in the near future, the opportunities are phenomenal. Does it answer your question, or you want something more? Any further clarification you need?
I think I'm good, sir. Thank you so much for your answer, and best of luck to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Harshit Kapadia from Elara Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good evening, and thanks you for giving me the opportunity, and congrats for a very good set of numbers. Just wanted to get a sense on the order book breakup, project-wise, and secondly on the order inflow, pipeline which you have mentioned. Can you also give the size? What is a tentative order size which one can expect? And then on the NGCU, you said in few days we'll get to announce the order, as in the bids will be out in few days, or what is the likely? Is there any LOI which is expected? Anything clarity on that? And lastly, on the other expenses side, sir, if you can explain, there was one provision write back which you did of 433 crores. So what was that related to, and by when this completely amount will be dispensed out, as in would be added back to the profit? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I will start with the order book breakup.
Yeah, sir.
As I mentioned, our order book stands at 22,680 crores, and P-17 Alpha still continues to be the biggest bread earner. We are left with around 11,435 crores from P-17 Alpha project. The anti-submarine shallow watercraft project, 3,946 crores. The survey vessel, a large project, it is actually on the anvil of closing, so 530 crores. The offshore petrol vessel, NGOPV project, 3,327 crores. The non-defense platforms, the NCPOR Ocean Research Vessel, 785 crores. The Acoustic Research Ship, 466 crores. The ferry project, 226 crores. And the export projects, the multi-purpose vessel, dredger and so on, around 1,200 crores. And the 30 mm gun project, 201 crores. So this is the order breakup. Now coming to, you had asked a question about what is the likely the value of the projects that are on the anvil. As I had mentioned, the next generation corvette project is a high value project, and here we expect, our anticipation is that the total order value could be to the tune of 40,000 plus crores. But this 40,000 crores would be split between two shipyards, with the L1 shipyard getting five ships, that means 5 by 8, which means the L1 shipyard, the order value could be to the tune of plus 25,000 crores, which is a very big order. Coming to the next generation survey vessel, our appreciation is that the order value could be to the tune of around 3,500 crores, and the 18 NGFPV project could be to the tune of 3,000 crores. The OPV project could be to the tune of around 2,500 crores, and the multipurpose vessel to the tune of around 1,200 crores. The waterjet FAC project, the 31 waterjet FAC project, could be to the tune of around 3,000 crores. It could be plus or minus 200 crores, depending upon how the bidding goes. And the fast interceptor craft vessel to the tune of around 1,500 to 1,800 crores. the big ticket items, the mine countermeasure vessel project, the AON itself has been taken for 32,000 crores. And that's a 12-ship project, single shipyard getting all the 12 ships as per the AON conditions. And the P-17 Bravo project, this again is a high-value project. There are two shipyards. There is a 7-ship project. Two shipyards would be involved in this project with the total AON value to the tune of around 70,000 crores. And at this juncture, I would not like to give any assumptions on the LPD and NGD because they are still in liquid form. As regards, anymore, you had asked something about this 433 crores.
Yeah, 433 crores of provision write back is something which you mentioned in the press release. So what is that related to which and when it would be recovered?
This is linked to the P-17 Alpha project. Since the first ship is actually at the verge of delivery, I had mentioned that the first ship has completed her final machinery trials and she's actually getting ready for delivery. So we have reasonable clarity on the cost to completion. Accordingly, the provision is reversed, and we will be. This profit will be accounted over the next 1 to 2 years when the entire project gets completed. Which means this is a 3-ship project, so the first ship now ready for delivery, and the next 2 ships, as I had mentioned, will be one of them will be definitely spilling over to the next financial year. So this will get regularized within 1 to 2 years.
Okay, sir. And is there a possibility this amount can even increase since now more ships will be will be closer to the completion mode? So probably is there a possibility this increase would be there of 433 crores? Any number could be higher than
it will be more or less same. Since we know the costing of the cost to completion of the first ship, the condition is going to be more or less same, which is a positive sign.
Understood, sir. And finally, sir, an NGC, sir, you mentioned when is the order likely to be awarded, sir? Just final one.
In the normal course of events, you're as much veterans as me. After the award is declared, then the contract negotiations start. The contract negotiation is a long-drawn process for major projects like this. We expect a very, very optimistic timeline of contract conclusion by December this year and a conservative timeline of March next year. But I personally feel if together, whoever is the L1 shipyard and the Navy pushes, the contract can be signed by end of this calendar year.
Okay, sir. I have few more questions. I'll join the queue, sir. Thank you. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Rohit from Aditya Birla Sun Life. Please go ahead.
Thank you for this opportunity, sir. So my first question is, as I understand, we have close to 230 billion order backlog, and typically we work with a 5-year execution cycle. Would it be fair to say the current revenue is somewhere the peak revenue, and maybe we will be flatlined? Given that we already have some 20 yards we work with, and even if the new order, let's assume hypothetically gets next generation corvette, it may not start at least before 1.5 years. So is it fair to assume that are we in a peakish kind of a execution phase?
Thank you, Mr. Rohit. Shipbuilding, of course, the revenue accrual, revenue recognition is depending upon the project execution phase. We are now at an execution phase where maximum revenue accrual takes place with our major breadwinner, that is the P-17 Alpha project, at a mature state where the maximum number of equipment get lowered and integrated to the ship system. To answer your question whether we have peaked, I would not like to say so, because from our appreciation, okay, I'll put it this way. When we started the last financial year, our order book was 22,700 651 crores. And as on 31st March 2025, it is almost same quantum. That means 22,680 crores. Which means in the last 1 year, while we have generated revenue of over 5,000 crores, we have also got orders worth 5,000 crores. So, in our appreciation, the peak year perhaps could be the next year, that is financial year, the current year. What I mean is financial year 25-26 could be the peak year. Thereafter, it could flat out. And hypothetically, if a big project comes to us, as you rightly said, the revenue recognition from that project will start only 2 years down the line. The gap which could happen is already being filled up with a plethora of orders ranging from coming from the non-defense platforms and the commercial ships. So to answer your question in a simple sentence, this perhaps is not the peak year. The peak year is yet to come.
Got it, sir. I really appreciate that part. My second question is more to do with the competitive positioning. I think we see Mazgaon Dock is going for a greenfield expansion. Cochin Shipyard is also planning for a greenfield expansion. They are looking at a port nearby, Cochin Port, and they are planning something over there. What is our plan? I think we have been doing some leasing around as such, but is there any concrete greenfield roadmap for us that can, take us to another trajectory?
Yes. Today, with the Ministry of Shipping having started out a clear roadmap for enhancing the share of India in the global shipbuilding market from less than 1% to 10% in a finite period of time, there is a need for all the Indian shipyards to augment their shipbuilding capacity. What we had started was, I had mentioned during my initial briefing, our capacity just about 2 years back was to construct 20 ships, large and medium put together concurrently. We started off by rejuvenating our existing facilities and enhanced the capacity to 24 ships. Along with that, we had also gone ahead with acquiring dry docks within Kolkata, long-term lease dry docks, which are ours today. So with this, we intend increasing this capacity to 28 ships by end of this year. But we fully acknowledge the fact that this will just not be adequate to meet demand, the shipbuilding demand that is going to be there in the next 5 to 10 years. So yes, to answer your question, we are, as with MDL or as with Cochin Shipyard or any other shipyard in India, we are in the process of creating a greenfield shipbuilding facility. At this juncture, since the negotiations are in progress with multiple agencies, both on the west and east coast, all I can say is that, yes, we too are in the process, and we expect clarity on this in the next 6 months to 9 months.
Got it, sir. So my final question is more on the industry perspective part. This naval perspective plan of 200 vessels that we had in the past, it seems that there is some sort of a delay, both in terms of awarding and subsequently the commissioning of the vessels. Is there a strategic realignment that is happening at a country level, or some sort of the priority is going backwards on naval front, and probably are we putting more on electronic warfare fronts? Because we have been reading a lot of these defense analyst reports, who has been saying that even the Chinese threat that we face is more towards the territorial part and not on the naval part. And we have had a military exercise in the past, just few weeks back, where we saw it's more of electronic warfare. So I'm just trying to understand what happens to this naval perspective plan of 200 vessels. And if we have also seen next generation corvette getting delayed for a long time. AON has happened a long way back, and yet the awarding hasn't taken up
the last big order I could recollect at least was with NGOPV. So is there any thoughts on those aspects, sir?
Okay, I'll put it this way. Yes, Navy has. I actually wouldn't like to agree with you, nor would like to disagree with you. But I'll put it in a completely different perspective. For any nation to be a global power, she means the nation has to have a blue water navy. And India's coastline from around 7,600 kilometers have gone up as per the latest survey to 11,000 plus kilometers. So there is no way that the naval prowess, that means the plans for Navy to augment or Coast Guard to augment their capability is diminishing. Even in the current situation, the deployment of naval platforms is available in the open media. So coming to the ships under construction, when I say 61 ships under construction, 61 warships under construction, this is no mean number. 61 is the number of platforms many nations put together own. 61 platforms are under construction, and of these 61, 60 are being built by Indian shipyards. The numbers, if you're looking at 18 that is next generation fast patrol vessels, 5 survey vessels large, 18 plus 5, 23, 31 water jet FACs. You add this number plus 120 FICs plus 8 NGCs. These numbers are no mean numbers. Yes, the processes take time, but when these fructify, the construction phase starts. Even the NGP, as per our own procurement timeline, from the time an AON is accorded by DAC, the acquisition, the Ministry of Defense, has a 30-month period, which is a defined 30-month period for issuance of RFP. They have done it well within that time. So I don't see there is a shift in focus in developing the maritime capabilities, and I have just stated the numbers. The numbers are here for you to see. And in our own perspective, from GRC's perspective, of the 16 platforms which we are currently building, 4 of them we already delivered in the current calendar year, and 3 more of them we are confident delivering in this calendar year, plus 1 more in the financial year. So I do not see any dilution, be it from the government or from the shipyard perspective with respect to focus and delivery. Delivery in terms of placement of order, delivery in terms of publishing the RFP, delivery in terms of actual delivery of the ships. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all participants, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. We take the next question from the line of Dhavan Shah from Alpha Accurate Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, sir. So my question is on the agreement that you have signed with the Western-based player, Swan Defense. So what is your strategy and plans over there? If you can share thoughts on this.
Okay. Swan Shipyard, with respect to infrastructure, they are one of the biggest shipyards in the country with dry dock, which is perhaps the largest in the country, and the infrastructure is one of the best in the country. As what is available in the open media, and as you are fully aware, the facility has not been utilized for some time, for reasons known. And as a shipyard which is located in Kolkata, with the current order book that we are executing and few assured orders which are on the anvil, we felt it necessary to open a front in the Western Front, a front in the Western Front, where we can partner and build commercial vessels. It is with this intent that we signed an MOU with Swan, where we will be jointly building commercial ships of the large size. It's an MOU at this juncture. We are negotiating with a few clients for orders, and once these materialize, the MOU will get translated into an actual co-production. Thank you.
Understood, sir. And normally in a year time frame, how many ships do you foresee that can be manufactured, commercial ones over there?
You meant commercial ships?
Yeah. In the Swan defense, the location.
It purely depends upon the order. Like, I'll put it in a different perspective. Right now, I am executing an order for a German client for 8 multipurpose vessels. So these are medium-sized ships, advanced platforms, but medium-sized ships. There, the contractual delivery timeline for 8 ships put together is 4 years. So, depending upon the size and complexity of the ship, this duration varies. It could be the first ship could be delivered in a period of 3 years, because the first ship always takes time. And the follow-on ships, there's the second, third, fourth in a series of 4. If it is a series of 4, could be 6 months thereafter.
Understood, sir. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Divyesh Shah from Uchit Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Sir, congratulations for an excellent result. And first of all, our best compliment to all Defense Department of India. Because of the Operation Sindoor, we realized the importance of defense. So I convey my heartiest congratulations through you to all 3 defense, Army, Navy and Air Force. Kindly convey to respective departments, sir. We Indians are proud of you. Sir, regarding the carry forwarding the last question about Swan Defense, sir, I want to know whether we have taken the full Swan Defense facility or the part. What is the understanding between the two companies? And and sir, what will be the financial implications? Whether it is a revenue sharing or a lease agreement, or how it will be carry forward?
Okay,
this is my first question.
Okay. Any more questions? Then I will answer together. Any more questions?
Yeah. And second question is same regarding we have entered lease agreement with Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port, Calcutta. So what will be the financial implications of this agreement? And what will be the payout per year for this facility? And how many ships we will be building there? So these are my 2 basic questions.
Okay, at that outset, let me thank you for congratulating the Indian Armed Forces, and since we deal very closely with the services, we shall convey your appreciation to the services. Coming to Swan Defense, the agreement is a project-specific agreement, which means whenever a project is executed, it will be based on a revenue sharing model. Again, project-specific. As the project comes, we will conclude the terms and conditions of the project. Coming to Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port, we have taken over 3 dry docks fully from this port, and these are taken on a long-term lease. We are paying them a nominal rent, and we have a profit-sharing methodology with them. In addition, we have also taken over one more dry dock very recently. It's the 125 meter by 25 meter dry dock, again on a similar model. Now, what we intend doing in these facilities is a 4 dry docks. And just to put you in the right perspective, dry docks are very vital assets towards shipbuilding and ship repair. Since our primary facilities within the physical confines of the company, my 3 shipbuilding units are focused on shipbuilding. And since we wanted to venture into ship repairs, this is not today, it is almost 3 years back, we decided that we must have a facility which is completely separate from the shipbuilding facility so that there is no dilution of attention. And that is the reason why we took over these facilities from Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port. And so far, we have completed nearly 41 refits in this facility, including multiple Coast Guard ships and naval ships. And we will also be executing the refit of an export platform there. This is on a profit-sharing methodology with them. So far, the project relationship has been successful. Thank you.
And sir, regarding what will be our total capacity, suppose everything goes well with Shyama Prasad Mukherjee and others, which you have talked just now. So from 28, where we will reach in next 3 years?
Okay. Now,
shipbuilding capacity.
Yes. As on today, it is 24, 24. It is our intent to increase to 28 by end of this year, which we are well on track, and we are confident of meeting this target. And since you asked this question, 2 to 3 years down the line, including and keeping the greenfield facility, what we have in our plans away from the current discussions, because that is still in liquid form and under discussion. So with the facility in Shyama Prasad, the Mukherjee port, and our existing facility, including rejuvenation and modernization, we intend taking it up to 30 ships within the next 2 years.
How much, sir? How much? Please, I missed.
30.
30 ships. Yes. And sir, one more last question, sir. This year we had an excellent EBITDA margin of about 13%. Sir, same margin is sustainable or it is one-off, sir? Will you please guide us for the future?
Very interesting question. Since you mentioned one-off, it has not been one-off. It has been similar margins over the last few times. Yes, this time we have touched a new high. It is certainly not. It's not one-off. But see, in shipbuilding, ideally we shouldn't be doing a quarter-to-quarter comparison. You take a year, because most of our projects are long-drawn projects where the execution stretches over a period ranging from, for a small platform, 2 years to a big platform, 5 to 6 years. So to answer your question, we will be able to maintain more or less the same margins. It's not one-off anyway.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Utkarsh Somaiya from ICO Quantum Solutions Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. Just like you mentioned your delivery timeline in the beginning of the call, can you quantify it year-wise? That how much can you execute in FY26 and probably 7 and 8? Just a ballpark would help.
I will give you ballpark. Are you intending? Thank you for the question. I'm sure you're asking ballpark numbers, correct? Numbers in terms of number of ships? Number of ships.
Yeah. Or revenue, either. Revenue, both would be more.
I will rather go by number of ships. I will just 1 second. Yeah. So in 2025-26, we will be. I will also try and correlate with revenue so you get a general idea. Though I will not get into specifics, but I will try and correlate with the projects. You can make an estimate. So in 2025-26, we will be delivering 1 P-17 Alpha, 2 survey vessels large, and 4 anti-submarine shallow water crafts. In that itself covers 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7 ships. In 2026-27, we will be delivering 2 P-17 Alpha. These are major high-value projects. The last 3 survey vessels, last 3 anti-submarine shallow water crafts, and 1 next-generation offshore patrol vessels, and the acoustic research ship. And the next year, that is FY 27-28, we will be delivering 2 next-generation offshore patrol vessels, the oceanographic research vessel, and the coastal research vessels for which we are going to sign the contract now. I have not mentioned about the hybrid ferries that we are building for the government of West Bengal or the dredger, because these are small value projects which will get covered during this period. Maybe this year itself we'll be able to deliver a couple of ferries also. So does that give you an indication? Because the major project, there's a P-17 Alpha, first ship this year, and the next 2 ships next year.
Right. Yeah, that helps. And the realization per ship would vary in each case, I'm guessing, right?
Yes. Because the P-17 Alpha, as I had mentioned, P-17 Alpha, the remaining revenue is around 11,000 odd crores.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Thank you so much. That's helpful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sanjeev Zarbade from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Am I audible? Yes, sir. My question was regarding the outstanding order book in P17A. We have 11,400 odd crore. So how much, what could be the ballpark, account revenue that we may book in FY26 and FY27? Will it be in the ratio of 1:2 as in terms of how we would
Can you actually, Mr. Sandeep, your voice is cracking. I mean, can you repeat once again? I couldn't decipher what you're telling. Hello?
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Please.
Yeah, sir. Sorry for the disturbance. Sir, my question was regarding the P17A, in which we have 11,400 crore order, that order book that is pending. So how the distribution, in the sense that revenue booking would be in FY26 and 27? Although you shared the delivery timelines, but would the revenue booking be also in the same kind of ratio, in the sense more would be booked in FY27 because we would be delivering 2 vessels in FY27, or would it be the other way around?
We have around 11,400 crores remaining as on 31st March 2025. And one of these ships we intend delivering in next 3 months. And in this ship, we have accrued most of the revenue. And the bigger chunk of this would be coming from the second and third ship. So if you are asking me for a proportion of revenue from the project which is going to be accrued this year and next year, I would say 40-60.
Okay, 40 in FY26 and 60 in 27.
FY27.
60 in 26 and 40 in 27.
40 in FY26 and 60 in FY27.
Okay, then in that case, sir, FY27 could be the peak year in terms of revenue.
You take a guess. Maybe this year, because see the other projects are also maturing now, because we got around 4,000 crores remaining in the ASW shallow water craft, around 3,000 crores and so on. So, I mean, what to an earlier query I had mentioned, there's a very specific question asked: are you flattening out the flat? Are you flattening? I said no. So I think that should give you a good enough.
Yes. And sir, on the cost revision side, if I understand it correctly, we for the remaining 2 frigates, there is potential that we can book another 200 crore cost revision in terms of profit. Because for the first frigate, we may have taken 100 crore as cost revision related profit. So is that understanding correct?
Yes, your understanding is more or less correct.
Okay. All right, sir, and all the best for the future, and keep doing well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sunil Shah from SRE PMS. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Sir, first of all, hearty congratulations to everybody. I think my friend Divesh has already mentioned that in the beginning. But really, a heartfelt bow to each one of you for the action that has happened in the last 1 month. So sincerely congratulating everyone. Sir, just my 2 questions here. In next couple of days, we will be hearing on the next generation COVID project, which has been long pending. So what would be announced in next couple of days? Would it be that L1 and L2 would be decided, and thereafter we get into a process of negotiating on the price? How does it work for a layman like me to understand this thing? That is my first question. The second question is, since now we have got a tie-up with Swan Energy, Swan Defense, so we had, last time when we had met up, we were talking about clusters which, Indian government is looking at for shipbuilding. Now that we have got into an MOU with Swan, does that take care of the cluster thing that we were intending to use eventually for our growth? Those are my two questions on the Swan and on the next generation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sunil Shah. And at the outset, thank you on behalf of, because since we are a Ministry of Defence entity, on behalf of the Indian Armed Forces, thank you for your good wishes and appreciation. Coming first to SWAN and clusters, I would like to clarify and clearly that I had answered to an earlier query. We have MOUs or agreements not only with SWAN, we also have with competent private players, private and public players, for collaboration towards the construction of vessels. I'll give you an example. I have a running collaboration with one of the south-based shipyards for part construction of few of the vessels. So these are project-specific, and this has got nothing to do about the clusters that I mentioned. A cluster, what the Ministry of Shipping had thought about, and what we expect to be implemented, is creation of a greenfield facility. When I say a greenfield facility, which would mean a shipyard surrounded by its ancillary industries. This is still in liquid form. Multiple state governments, these are all open domain information. Multiple state governments like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Orissa, Andhra and Tamil Nadu have evinced the interest and approached the various shipyards and also floated the expression of interest for creation of greenfield shipyards there, and we have also responding to few of this. The SWAN relationship for shipbuilding collaboration is project specific, restricted to large size commercial ships, and I would like to reiterate that we have a similar relationship with multiple shipyards, and a few of them we already exercised and exercised successfully. Coming to your first question on the next generation corvettes, what is likely to happen in the next couple of days is the L1 declaration and L2 declaration by the Ministry and Navy, and this will be followed by a natural process of contract negotiations. Depending upon the complexity of a project, this project definitely is a complex and high-value project. This could take, in my appreciation, a very optimistic timeline of around 6 months from now. That means, let us say, December this year for contract conclusion, or a conservative timeline of you add another 3 months, March 31st, 2023. I hope this clarifies.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Hardik Gandhi from HPMG Shares and Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity and congratulations for the good set of numbers. So just two questions from my end. First, on execution side, are you seeing any headwinds? And second being that I know we usually, this question comes up, but given that Mazgaon and Cochin are in a similar industry, their operating margins are quite high as compared to us. Of course, we've bettered our margins over the quarters. But again, is there a scope for further improvement, or are we seeing margins staying at these?
Okay. Thank you for the questions, Mr. Hardik. I will answer the second question first regarding margins. Conventionally, one of the shipyards whom you mentioned has been operating on projects which were awarded on nomination basis. The second shipyard, what you mentioned, has been operating on ship repair projects primarily, and another nominated very high value project. And we have been more or less operating on projects won on competitive bidding. As of now, all the projects that are coming out from the services are on competitive bidding. So while we have improved, there could be a situation where all the Indian shipyards, in addition to the shipyards that you named, will be at a even platform with respect to margins. Coming to the headway, I'm sure you would have your question would have been specific to the project progress. Yes, we are happy with the project progress, despite the challenges faced and the cascading effects of the COVID, which many the impact is even after 5 years there is impact, but we have surmounted these challenges effectively, and that's how the ships are getting delivered. I just made a specific mention in my introductory talk regarding one particular project, which is the matter of great pride for us, and I would like to state this, that there is a 16-ship project being constructed for the Indian Armed Forces, that is the Indian Navy, the anti-submarine shallow water craft project. The first of these 16 is being built by two shipyards, 8 by us and 8 by another shipyard, and we are proud to state that our first ship has already been delivered and will be inducted into the naval fleet a month from now. And the second ship also has undergone the contractor sea trials. The first P-17 Alpha is ready for delivery. 2 months from now, the ship will be delivered. So yes, there is definite headway, and with the figures, the numbers that I mentioned regarding delivery of ships to an earlier query, we are confident of meeting the timelines that we have committed to our customer for the ongoing projects.
Understood, sir. Just to follow up, is there any supply chain issue at present, given the geopolitical tension, as well as like if and how much are we importing from outside, and is there a bottleneck there?
See, as of now, no direct impact as of now. Yes, there is import content, especially for the export platforms that we are building. But the sources from where we are procuring, they have not been impacted by the current situation. And considering that the situation overall, including the conflicts at various parts of the globe, are still going on, still we are not faced any impact, and we do not see any impact in our supply chain with respect to the ongoing projects that we are executing.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir. All the best for the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Parimal Methani from Credential Investments. Please go ahead.
Sir, thank you for the opportunity. All my questions are answered. And sir, congratulations to you and your team for a wonderful set of numbers. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Methani. And we acknowledge your appreciation. It means a lot to us.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. We take the next question from the line of Vikas Kasturi from Focus Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. And first of all, congratulations on a fantastic financial year. And also, thanks to you, sir, promoters, for answering all questions with so much patience and such detailed responses. Thank you, sir. Sir, I had just one question. With respect to the ships that we are going to deliver, is there any retention amount that the client will withhold as a warranty or a guarantee kind of a thing?
As per the contractual, thank you for your appreciation. And as per the contractual terms, a certain percentage, see, in shipbuilding orders, which majority of our orders are shipbuilding orders, in all these contracts, as per the DAP, based on which these contracts are formulated, there are various stage payments. One of the stage payments is the retention of, I think, 10% of the project cost till completion of the guarantee refit, which in the conventional sense, the guarantee refit will happen 1 year. It means we are bound to provide 1 year of guarantee. And once the guarantee period is completed, the ship will undergo a guarantee refit. And on completion of that, the retained amount will be paid.
Got it, sir. And this is more or less, this 10% is withheld for all ships, sir, all your platforms?
Pardon me?
So this 10%?
Yes. It's purely as per the DAP. And this is for all the orders that are being executed. And this is applicable, in my appreciation, to all the shipyards executing similar orders.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We take the last question from the line of Vaibhav Dalal from Niveshaay Investments. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking my question again. I just have a question around a very specific product which is being used in your shipbuilding. So these are the bulk bars which are used in the construction of the hull of a ship. So I just want to understand like how much bulb bars are required in the overall making of a ship in terms of volume as well as in terms of the value of the ship.
Very interesting question, and it's a very, very unique question that I am facing. I've been attending analysts and investors meet. Now this is my 12th meet running. 12th or 13th meet running. Very interesting question. Bulb bar. Since I know shipbuilding, I can answer this question. It is around 10% of the overall steel requirement.
So, in terms of the weight of the ship or the displacement of the ship,
steel weight. I'll put it this way. See, in a ship, let us say when we talk about a 3,000 ton ship. When you say a 3,000 ton ship, the steel weight would be around 2,000 tons. 1,800 to 2,200 tons depending upon the type of steel that is being used. If you take a warship, there's a particular type of steel which again is open domain information, DMR 249 alpha steel which is used. So this could range depending upon the size, type and the type of platform. Sometimes thin steel is used for the hull, sometimes thick steel is used, various types of thickness is used in a particular ship. So this, if you take a ballpark figure, this comes to around 1,800 to 2,000 tons of steel in a 3,000 to 3,300 ton displacement ship. The balance weight comes from the equipment and systems. There is the plumbing, the main propulsion system, blah, blah, blah. Now, within this 2,000 tons, around 10% comes the bulb bars. Thank you.
Got it, sir. Yeah. And my last question will be, sir, like, so where do you source these bulb bars from? Like, are you importing these or are there any domestic players you are buying these bulb bars from? And for the procure, yes, sir. And to the last, yeah, sure, sir.
Please go. You're asking something.
So my last part of the question will be like, since there are 61 warships which are being made here in India, like out of these 61 warships, 60 are being made in the Indian shipyard. So I just want to understand, like, has the procurement for these bulb bars already been done by the shipyards or the process is still going on? Like, just want to understand that part.
Okay. I will answer this question in a broader perspective. Shipyards are platform integrators, big-time platform integrators. We source equipment. Everything is sourced, starting from steel to, since you mentioned bulb bars, to the piping material, to something as minor as cables, to cable clamps, to cable trays, to you name it, to major equipment. We are platform integrators. As customers, the Indian Navy or Indian Coast Guard, they do the capacity and capability assessment of suitable firms, make them eligible in certain category of equipment, like main propulsion system, main propulsion engines. Navy, for example, for a project, Navy shortlist based on the capacity and capability of 4 firms. Similarly, for steel, the Navy or the Coast Guard determine who are the qualified sources from whom steel is to be procured. They go through a capacity assessment by the customer. Coming to bulb bar, your specific question on bulb bars. Bulb bars are also not indiscriminately procured. They have to be procured from the sources, the manufacturer, who are qualified by the customer, that's the Navy. The shipyards are provided with this list and the shipyard go through a procurement process and source them from these firms. So, since you asked this question, any firm who's considering themselves capable of manufacturing bulb bars, to answer your specific query, can get themselves registered with Navy, get a capacity assessment done, get that formally communicated to the shipyard through Navy, and the shipyards would definitely buy from them. Thank you.
And just to add up a follow-up here, sir, so do you have like any approved suppliers from the Navy on this part? Like, are there Indian suppliers or like suppliers from
Indian suppliers? To answer the question, Indian suppliers.
So we have Indian suppliers. So do you have any name like on top of your head, sir?
I will not be able to answer this question now. If you have any specific query, what I would suggest is that you ask Navy about the specific question. They'll be able to provide you absolute clarity on who are the firms who are qualified to fabricate the bulb bars. That would provide you a clearer answer than what I would be able to provide in an investor's meet.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much for taking my question. Have a great day.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, that was the last question. I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thank you, Navya, and thank you, Gaurav, from Concept IR for organizing this conference call. I would like to pay my sincere gratitude to all my analysts and investor friends who have taken time out of their very busy schedule and listened to what I had to say, and also ask very interesting queries ranging from profit margins to bulb bars. Thank you, and looking forward to the next time we meet. Thank you.
On behalf of Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.